Montu, the falcon-headed god of war and valor. Montu, the ancient Egyptian god of war, stands as a towering figure in the pantheon of Egyptian deities, embodying the quintessential attributes of strength, valor, and martial prowess. Revered from the earliest dynastic periods through to the later days of ancient Egypt, Montu's significance extends far beyond his role as a mere mythological figure. He was a symbol of power, a divine warrior whose essence influenced the socio-political, cultural, and religious landscapes of ancient Egyptian civilization. This comprehensive exploration aims to delve into the multifaceted persona of Montu, examining his origins, attributes, mythological roles, worship practices, and enduring legacy. Through an extensive review of historical records, mythological narratives, and archaeological findings, we will uncover the layers of meaning and influence that Montu held in ancient Egyptian society. Historical context, early references, and origins. Montu's origins can be traced back to the Old Kingdom period, where he was initially a local deity of Armont, near Thebes. His association with the sun and war likely stems from his early role as a solar deity, embodying the relentless and aggressive aspects of the sun. The evolution of Montu from a local god to a major deity mirrors the rise of Thebes as a political and cultural hub. Montu's prominence grew significantly during the Middle Kingdom, particularly under the 11th dynasty, when Thebes emerged as a powerful city-state. Pharaohs of this period, such as Mentuhotep II, often identified themselves with Montu, adopting the god's attributes to legitimize their rule and military conquests. The connection between Montu and the royal family strengthened his status as a national god of war and protector of the pharaoh. Evolution through different dynasties. As dynasties changed, so did the depiction and worship of Montu. During the New Kingdom, Montu's influence reached its zenith. The pharaohs of the 18th dynasty, including Thutmose III and Amenhotep II, portrayed themselves as embodiments of Montu, emphasizing their military victories and divine right to rule. This period saw the construction and expansion of temples dedicated to Montu, particularly in Thebes, Hermonthis, modern Armont, and Todd. The Ramesside period continued to venerate Montu, though the rise of other deities like Ammonius slightly overshadowed his prominence. Nonetheless, Montu remained a crucial deity for military campaigns and was often invoked for protection and success in battles. Comparison with other deities. Montu's role as a war god can be contrasted with other Egyptian deities such as Sekhmet and Anhur. While Sekhmet, the lioness goddess, also represented war and destruction, she was more associated with plague and healing, acting as a protective mother figure. Anhur, another war deity, was linked with hunting and the warrior aspect of kingship, but he did not attain the widespread veneration that Montu enjoyed. Montu's unique combination of solar attributes and martial prowess set him apart from other gods. His embodiment of the aggressive and protective aspects of the sun distinguished him from Ra, the primary solar deity who was more associated with creation and kingship. Montu's fierce nature and direct connection to the pharaoh's military power made him an essential figure in the Egyptian pantheon. Attributes and symbols. Physical depiction and iconography. Montu is typically depicted as a man with the head of a falcon, adorned with a solar disk and two plumes. This iconography highlights his connection to both the sun and the sky, emphasizing his role as a solar deity. In some representations, Montu appears with a bull's head, signifying his strength and virility. He is often shown wielding weapons such as a scimitar, spear, or bow, reinforcing his martial attributes. Montu's attire and regalia often include elements associated with royalty and divinity, such as the shindik kilt and the scepter, symbolizing power and dominion. His association with the solar disk links him to the sun god Ra, indicating his role in upholding Ma'at, cosmic order, through strength and warfare. Associated symbols. Several symbols are intimately connected with Montu, each representing different aspects of his character. Falcon asterisk. The falcon symbolizes Montu's association with the sky and his keen vision, attributes essential for a war deity. The falcon's predatory nature aligns with Montu's martial prowess. Solar disk asterisk. The solar disk atop Montu's head signifies his connection to the sun and its life-giving and destructive powers. It represents his dual role as a creator and a destroyer. Bull asterisk Montu is often linked with the bull, an animal symbolizing strength, fertility, and virility. The Butchie's bull, considered an incarnation of Montu, was worshipped in Hermonthis and provided oracles. Weapons asterisk the scimitar, spear, and bow are common symbols of Montu, representing his readiness for battle and his role as a protector of Egypt. Animal representations. The bull and the hawk are the primary animals associated with Montu. The Butchie's bull, specifically, was revered as a living embodiment of Montu, believed to possess divine powers and provide prophetic insights. The hawk, with its keen eyesight and hunting prowess, complements Montu's identity as a war god, symbolizing his ability to strike swiftly and decisively. The combination of these animal representations underscores Montu's dual nature as a fierce warrior and a powerful protector. His connection to these animals also reflects the ancient Egyptians' understanding of divine attributes through natural phenomena and animal behavior. Mythological role. Myths and stories involving Montu. Although Montu is not as prominently featured in mythological narratives as some other Egyptian deities, he plays a crucial role in various myths and legends. One notable story involves Montu assisting Ra in his nightly journey through the underworld, fighting off the chaos serpent Apophis. This myth underscores Montu's role as a protector and his association with the sun god. In another tale, Montu aids the pharaoh in battles against foreign invaders, symbolizing the divine support granted to the ruler. These stories often highlight Montu's martial prowess and his importance in maintaining cosmic order and protecting Egypt from chaos. Role in the pantheon. Montu's role in the Egyptian pantheon is multifaceted. As a god of war, he represents the aggressive and protective aspects of divinity, ensuring the pharaoh's success in military endeavors. His association with the sun links him to the broader cosmic order, reinforcing the idea that warfare and strength are necessary components of maintaining Ma'at. Montu's interactions with other gods further define his position in the pantheon. He is often depicted alongside deities like Ra, Ammonius, and Horus, indicating his integration into the broader religious framework. His connection to the pharaoh, who was seen as the living embodiment of the gods, further elevates his status as a central figure in Egyptian religion. Worship and cult centers. Major temples and cult centers. Montu's worship was centered in several key locations, with the most significant being Armont, Hermonthis, Thebes, and Tod. These sites housed grand temples and sanctuaries dedicated to Montu, where rituals and ceremonies were conducted to honor the god and seek his favor. Armont, Hermonthis, the primary cult center of Montu, Armont, featured a large temple complex that served as the focal point of his worship. The Butchie's bull, considered an incarnation of Montu, was kept and revered here. Thebes asterisk as the political and cultural capital of Egypt during various periods, Thebes hosted several temples dedicated to Montu. The Temple of Montu in Karnak, constructed by Amenhotep III, is a notable example. Tod asterisk another important cult center, Tod, housed a temple complex where Montu was worshipped. This site also contained numerous inscriptions and artifacts related to Montu's cult. Rituals and ceremonies. Rituals dedicated to Montu often involved offerings of food, drink, and incense, as well as the recitation of hymns and prayers. Priests conducted these ceremonies to invoke Montu's favor, seeking his protection and strength in times of war and conflict. The rituals were designed to reinforce the pharaoh's connection to Montu, emphasizing the divine support behind the ruler's military endeavors. One of the most significant rituals was the consecration of the Butchie's bull, an incarnation of Montu. This sacred bull was chosen based on specific physical characteristics believed to embody the god's spirit. Once consecrated, the bull was housed in a special sanctuary and treated with great reverence. Its death was followed by elaborate funerary rites, and a new bull was chosen to continue the tradition. Festivals dedicated to Montu often involved martial displays and reenactments of battles, highlighting the god's warlike nature. These festivals served to inspire and unify the populace, reinforcing the cultural importance of strength and bravery. Military aspect. Montu as a god of war. Montu's identity as a god of war is central to his character. He embodies the ideals of military strength, strategic acumen, and unyielding bravery. Ancient Egyptians believed that Montu guided and protected their armies, granting them the power and courage needed to triumph over their enemies. Involvement in military campaigns. Throughout Egypt's history, pharaohs invoked Montu's name and attributes in their military campaigns. His presence was believed to inspire fear in the hearts of enemies and to provide the pharaoh's forces with unmatched prowess. Historical records and inscriptions often depict pharaohs in the likeness of Montu, emphasizing their role as divine warriors. One of the most notable examples is Thutmose III, who is often referred to as the Napoleon of Egypt. Thutmose III credited his military successes to Montu, and his campaigns extended Egypt's influence far beyond its traditional borders. The depiction of Thutmose III as a warrior king, closely associated with Montu, honors the god's influence on Egypt's military ideology. Influence on soldiers and military strategies. Montu's influence extended beyond the pharaoh to the rank-and-file soldiers. Prayers, amulets, and talismans invoking Montu's protection were common among Egyptian troops. Soldiers believed that Montu's presence on the battlefield would ensure their victory and safeguard their lives. Military strategies and formations were often designed with Montu's attributes in mind. The god's keen vision, represented by the falcon, symbolized the importance of reconnaissance and strategic planning. His strength, symbolized by the bull, emphasized the need for power and endurance in combat. These attributes were integrated into the training and tactics of Egyptian armies, reflecting Montu's pervasive influence. Symbolism of strength and bravery. Representation of strength and bravery in myths. Montu's myths and stories often highlight his unparalleled strength and bravery. Whether battling chaos serpents alongside Ra or aiding the pharaoh in combat, Montu's actions consistently demonstrate his martial prowess and unyielding courage. These narratives serve to inspire and reinforce the ideals of strength and bravery within Egyptian society. Influence on kings and pharaohs. The association between Montu and the pharaohs is particularly significant. Many rulers adopted Montu's attributes, portraying themselves as divine warriors chosen to protect and expand Egypt. This connection not only legitimized their rule, but also reinforced the cultural importance of strength and bravery as essential qualities for leadership. Pharaohs often depicted themselves in the guise of Montu, donning the god's iconography and symbols in their official regalia and inscriptions. This portrayal emphasized their role as protectors of Ma'at and their divine right to rule. The invocation of Montu's name in royal titulary and temple inscriptions further solidified this association. Legacy in Egyptian culture. Montu's legacy extends beyond his mythological and religious significance. He influenced various aspects of Egyptian culture, from art and literature to social values and norms. The ideals of strength and bravery, epitomized by Montu, became integral to the Egyptian identity, shaping their worldview and interactions with neighboring cultures. Montu's representation in art and literature often depicted him in dynamic and powerful poses, reinforcing his martial attributes. These depictions served as visual reminders of the importance of strength and valor in maintaining order and protecting the nation. Montu's influence can also be seen in the literature of the time, where his exploits and attributes were celebrated in hymns, prayers, and epic narratives. Cultural impact. Influence on art and literature. Montu's influence on Egyptian art and literature is profound. His depictions in temple reliefs, statues, and amulets are characterized by a sense of power and dynamism. Artists often portrayed Montu in the midst of battle, wielding weapons and displaying his strength. These visual representations not only honored the god, but also served as sources of inspiration for the populace. Literature dedicated to Montu includes hymns, prayers, and epic narratives that celebrate his attributes and deeds. These texts were often recited during religious ceremonies and festivals, reinforcing Montu's importance in the cultural and religious life of Egypt. The themes of strength, bravery, and protection found in these literary works reflect the broader societal values associated with Montu. Montu in modern culture. Montu's legacy continues to resonate in modern culture, albeit in different forms. His attributes of strength and bravery are universal ideals that continue to inspire. Montu's imagery and symbolism have found their way into contemporary art, literature, and popular culture, reflecting the enduring appeal of his persona. In modern Egyptology and historical studies, Montu remains a subject of fascination and research. Scholars continue to uncover new insights into his worship, attributes, and influence, contributing to a deeper understanding of ancient Egyptian religion and culture. Comparisons with war deities in other cultures. Montu's attributes and role as a war god invite comparisons with similar deities in other cultures. For instance, the Greek god Ares and the Roman god Mars share Montu's association with war and combat. However, while Ares and Mars often represent the chaotic and destructive aspects of war, Montu embodies a more protective and strategic form of warfare, aligned with the principles of Ma'at. In Norse mythology, the god Thor shares similarities with Montu, particularly in his role as a protector and warrior. Both deities wield powerful weapons, Thor's hammer and Montu's scimitar, and are associated with strength and bravery. These comparisons highlight the universal nature of martial deities and the shared human values they represent. Conclusion. Montu, the ancient Egyptian god of war, strength, and bravery, holds a unique and enduring place in the pantheon of Egyptian deities. His attributes, worship, and influence permeated various aspects of Egyptian society, from the pharaoh's rule to the daily lives of soldiers and common people. Through his embodiment of martial prowess and protection, Montu reinforced the ideals of strength and bravery, shaping the cultural and religious landscape of ancient Egypt. Montu's legacy continues to inspire and fascinate, reflecting the timeless nature of his attributes and the universal appeal of his persona. As we continue to explore and understand the rich tapestry of ancient Egyptian religion and culture, Montu's role as a god of war and protector remains a testament to the enduring power of myth and the human spirit. This comprehensive exploration of Montu's persona, attributes, and influence has aimed to uncover the layers of meaning and significance that he held in ancient Egyptian society. Through a detailed examination of historical records, mythological narratives, and archaeological findings, we have gained a deeper understanding of Montu's role as a god of war and his enduring legacy. Montu's association with the sun in war, his depiction in art and literature, and his influence on the pharaohs and the military all highlight his importance in the Egyptian pantheon. His worship in major cult centers, the rituals and ceremonies dedicated to him, and his representation in myths and stories all contribute to our understanding of his multifaceted persona. As we continue to explore the rich and complex world of ancient Egyptian religion and culture, Montu's legacy as a god of war, strength, and bravery remains a powerful and enduring symbol of the values and ideals that shaped this ancient civilization.